Peace. All right. I'm gonna try to approach this systematically because when I try to just speak on it, I kind of jump around because it's too much. It's too much. All right. So me, I'm always skeptical of what the news tells me. You know what I mean? So I always end up looking up, trying to research things from a different perspective, from a metaphysical perspective, because we know of fake news. We know that some of us know the concepts of false flags and hoaxes, things of that nature. So we know that those types of things are rituals, mass rituals, and are utilized to program the psyche of the masses. And majority of us don't think numbers have anything to do with that. But you know, some of this stuff, when you see how these numbers line up, it's just like whether you believe it or not, you know, if these things are orchestrated.
This right here,
Yeah, they put them there
this
on
the
purpose.
setup.
They put them there on purpose,
Y'all know
bro.
where we at.
They gonna set them hoes right up on the route of.
Y'all know what building this is
Come
right
on
here.
now.
I ain't even gonna say what name it is.
Hey, where do them bricks go to? Where do them
This
bricks
is
go
setup.
to? Where do them bricks
We
go
gotta
to?
do better.
Ain't no damn
We
construction.
gotta do better.
Ain't no damn construction around here.
I see.
Ain't no damn construction around here. You just gonna set a pallet of bricks right there. Oh, okay.
Listen, I did jury duty 3 months ago. Y'all don't keep no bricks right there. Do better.
Then you easily can see how they believe it. You know what I mean? So I think me personally, I've taken that and I study it from that perspective and try to see what would be an ulterior motive for someone to orchestrate such a thing. You know what I mean? What would they get out of it? What would be the effects of it? You understand what I'm saying? So you have to look at, the numerology, the astrology, you know what I mean? Because those are the energies that are playing out at the times of these incidences. And it's as above, so below, as within, so without. It's namaste. We are all one. When you see a black man getting getting his life taken in front of you, like on a video or what have you, that affects your psyche. You never forget those types of things. And you know what I'm saying? It's just not good for us as a people. It's why right now when we drive down the street, just seeing the police, especially as a black man, we automatically get into like, I could die at any time mode. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on if this motherfucker's a racist or not. You know what I mean? That psyche been programmed in us since, me personally, since hell, probably since I watched Roots at like 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, how are these things reinforced? Well, they're reinforced with the constant murder of us as a people by what's supposed to be those who protect and serve us. But if we know what the police is, we know that's the slave catcher of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the organization is. Whether the person's bad or not is irrelevant. The organization in itself, you know what I mean, is corrupt at its core. So when this type of stuff happens, when I see a cop with a knee on a man's neck and his hand in his pocket, that looks odd to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I would assume, like anytime I've ever had to deal with the police where I'm like, getting stopped by the police or something, they always on some extra nervous shit. Always. And I'm not an imposing guy at all. I'm 5'8". You know what I'm saying? So they always on some hand next to their gun, speaking kind of at a distance to you, watching every little move you make. Like if you restraining this dude, why is your hand? Now I know I know he was already in handcuffs. So, you just trying to kill him then. Just blatant. And like what, in the broad daylight and just in front of everybody. So if it's not orchestrated and things, if that's real, then like he don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, if he would just murder a man, just cause if you read what happened, he pulled him out of the car, you know what I'm saying, and threw him on the ground. So it's like, damn, like you just don't do it like that. You probably got that type of shit in your history. This ain't your first time you done something to a person. You know what I'm saying? And like I would imagine how that will come out in his little trial or whatever, if they actually do anything. I doubt. But anyway, it's just too cliche, man. It's too much like a movie, man. I mean, there are people in this world who hate black. There are some Europeans out here, so pale skins, who hate so-called black people. You know what I'm saying? But most of them love their life. And why would you, as a cop, just blatantly kill somebody, especially in this climate? I'm just looking at it logically. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense to me. Long story short, it just don't make sense to me. And then when stuff like this comes up, right? These two people apparently worked for each other for at least a year. You know what I'm saying? As a bouncer at a club, okay? I found out about this through Twitter, this little video right here. Okay, you check this out. You do what you want to it.
You know, I think it's really interesting that right across the street from where Allie is standing is a restaurant called El Nuevo Rodeo. George Floyd worked at that restaurant. So did Officer Chauvin. They were both bouncers at that restaurant for 17 years. So Officer Chauvin, he knew George. They were co-workers for a very long time.
So when I seen that, I'm like, okay, now this shit just don't make sense. So now they saying Floyd's death was premeditated murder because the cop knew him. They worked together for years, or worked by each other. You know, that woman says 17 years, right? This little article says a year. Who's right, who's wrong, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I always look at the numbers. You know, I look up the numbers. I look up the etymology of names. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that names are energies. We walk around here saying George, George, George. We're hollering out a particular energy. So what particular energy we're hollering? This is how I look at stuff. Period. Okay. And I'm always looking for that 33 number because that 33 number always comes up. You see what I'm saying? And sure enough, it came up. Now, it didn't come up with his name. It came up with his killer's name. His last name is Chauvin. Okay? Bam. Can't make this stuff up. As always, 33. 33 is the masonry shit. We've already established this. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So, whether like I say, whether y'all want to believe in the Illuminati, Freemason, blah, 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 yada, yada shit, these people believe it because it's always in all of the major events. Okay, it's always there. So when I seen that, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta start looking up shit. So I start looking up shit. So if you look up his name, this name, Chauvin, what does his name mean? If correct if I didn't. Spelling ain't my thing. Okay, Chauvin, you'll see. You know this word. Chauvinism, male chauvinism, right? Sexism, right? But look what it really means. It got extended to sexism in the late 1960s. But it really comes from Napoleon, a guy from Napoleon's army from the 1800s, and it means excessive belief in the superiority of one's race. Okay, Chauvin. Okay, this guy's name is Derek Chauvin. Excessive belief in superior of one's race. What's going on? Starting at a race war, right? Right. Supposedly, white people hate black people, right? So that's why he killed him. All right. So there you go. When I seen that, I said, oh man, here we go. The word Derek means ruler of the people. So Derek, ruler of the people who believe that their race is superior. Okay. Okay. So that's a coincidence? That's just a coincidence. Fuck it then. That's just a coincidence. George Floyd's name means something too, but yeah, I mean it's something relevant. But for the sake of brevity, I'm just gonna go to the numbers because the numbers is the crux of the video. That's what I'm really talking about because that shit just blew my mind when I seen certain shit. Like first off, let's go to the ones that shouldn't be. When you add these people's names up, okay, you get numbers that are eerily familiar. I'll say that. Where is it at? My bad. Here it is. All right. Check this out. You add their names up on a 6 scale. Derek and Greg Chauvin. It's right here. See what it equals. 144. Like 144,000. Right? And then if you just add their last names, you get 840. All these roundabout numbers. Okay, if you add their first names, you get 100. And then on a 6 scale, obviously you get 600. I'm like, that's weird, especially when you add their whole name, you get 240. Look at 240 more. Right? Equal Canaanite. Okay, black folks, we Canaanites. We Moors. It's the same thing. Okay. So we're gonna start going through these numbers. You start seeing some of these correspondence. Alright. First thing you need to understand is the date it happened. Right? The date it happened was May the 25th. Right? Do the numerology for the date. You got 5 May 2 5. So that's 12, right? 5 plus 5 plus 2, 12. Plus 2, 14. Plus 2, 16. 16 is the left-hand path. I'm going to show you. I had to go back and get a picture. All right, 16 is the pillar of severity. Okay, that's the left-hand path on the tree of life, right? All right, left-hand path, right? 3 plus 5 plus 8 is 16, right? This represents Saturn, Mars, Mercury, all right? That's what this whole thing is about, if it is a ritual. And if it isn't a ritual, then this is what the spirit is trying to tell us, all right? If this shit is just a coincidence. So now, you see, on that day, it's a 16-day in numerology. The moon had just went into Cancer the day before that. We just had the new moon in Gemini, right? Like 2 or 3 days before that. Okay, Gemini is divided, separate. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Left and right, duality, things of that nature. The moon is in Cancer. Okay, keep this in mind. This is when this stuff happened. Right after the new moon. The people who know the science, the new moon is when you program, right, your reality. That's when you lay your seed. Okay, like when you look up planting by the moon. You put the seed in the new moon, then in 14 days, when the full moon, the seed blossoms. Okay, that's pregnancy, that's the woman's cycle, etc. It's as within, so without. So the man's name is George Floyd, right? George Floyd. All right, by itself, George equals 342. 342 also equals pineal gland. 342 also equals Gemini. What I just say, the sun is in Gemini. Just have the new moon in Gemini. 342 also equals black man. Okay? 342 also equals divided, because we as a people are divided. Okay? George Floyd. Right? When you the whole name is 119, which is what? 11. 65. 11. Okay? What's 11? Duality. Okay? That's also the magic the number of magic, according to Aleister Crowley. Okay, so you see, 11 is the number of magic, right? It also corresponds to Aleph, which is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which corresponds to the element air, which what the brother said, he got choked to death, right? Okay, now, and this is, I don't want to tie back to the whole I can't breathe thing that brother KT Arstry explained a couple years ago, but you'll see. All right, so what number? We're going to load 342. Let's go 342. Let me find it, 342. Oh, and I got 65 on here too. Good. So 342. Oh, okay. 342 equals, as you can see, equals this. This is the one you're going to have to remember. Coruscant. Okay, demon king of the West. All right, the West, where we at? We're in West America, right? Northwest, Northwest of Mexico, excuse me. Okay, so you understand? Pay attention. This name will come back up in a minute. Remember, equals 65, right? Go back so you remember. So no motherfucker be okay. George Floyd equals 65. 65, the magic sum of the magic square of Mars. What we say, left hand path with Mars. All right. Lucy equals Adonai, which is the Jewish name for God. Right. It says Hekel, which means a temple, which is relevant because these other references gonna make references to these other numbers gonna make references to Solomon and Solomon's temple. You see Hekel, I actually got that. I thought that was relevant. I'm laying out everything I came up on in these studies, and then y'all just do what y'all want to with it. I got my I'm gonna tell you what I know, what I figured it to be. You understand me? And then, with all the other numbers for people who want to continue to study, you can. And so you see Hekel equals 65. It's a place, a mansion in Kabbalah. Seven places of mansions are said to be the original home of Adam. Remember, his name equal Adonai. After the fall, the saints' relationship exists. Places, 7 heavens. Probably calls the places of Braya. Okay, Sephra, which is Braya is water. All right, it's the world of water. You got the world of fire, which is absolute. You got the world of water, which is Braya. You got the world of air, which is Yetzirah, and then you got the world of formation, which is Asia. While we are Asiatics. All right. So you see that's what 65. Let's go back to George Floyd. Get to the rest of these numbers. All right, what else he have? 340. We looked at 342. Remember what 342? 714. 714 was something too. Gotta remember what it is. Man, I've been looking at these numbers for like 3-4 days straight. So, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I've been doing, I'm lining up that other video. And I did the same thing for that one. Okay, you see. All right, here we go. Look at that. 714. Right, you see this? His name equals 714. 714 corresponds to what? Gabora. What I say was on the left-hand path in the tree of life. Gabora. Right here. Okay, left-hand path. It's number 5. What month did it happen? May 5. All right. Y'all think this shit is, come on. Coincidence? Oh, keep going. Hold on. So you see Gabora corresponds to what? Gabora. Mars. You see? Mars. Right? So that's what energy they channeling with that shit. He's representative of Mars. They trying to bring that Mars energy. And the reason why, because Mars finna do some shit that personally I ain't never known the shit, but I've only been studying astrology for about 5 years now. But Mars next month stays in Aries for 6 months. Okay, this shit here is like crazy to me. Mars in Aries for 6 months from July to December. Those are the dog days. That's Jason months. July, August, September, October, November, the Jason months. All right. So Mars is gonna enter Aries in June 28th, I think, and then it's gonna stay in Aries until December. I ain't finna go through all that, but you get my idea. You get my point. So what they doing? They programming you with a George Floyd, whose name equals Aries. Okay, Gabora. Okay, strength. When Aries finna be in that. Okay, they, in my opinion, trying to spark the racial war, trying to get us out here fighting each other, and then they come clean up the pieces, spoils of war. You see what I'm saying? We wipe out as many of each other as we can as so-called black and white folks, right? And then, like I say, they just come in and let me close all these real quick and start fresh, because I had to back up, start fresh, because it opened up too many things, jumping around too much. So 714 is Mars. I told you what they're doing with Greg Floyd. They're programming that energy. All right. So 119 was we looked up 119. 119 was Beelzebub, which is a like a demon deity. Right? It's like he was called Hades in Greek, as they say. Jesus make a few references to Beelzebub in the Bible. You can look that up. So you see it equals that, and I could go into something about that, but as I was preparing for this, it's so many avenues I can go down with these numbers, and that's kind of how this study is. That's why I'm just trying to lay out what I found without trying to explain every little thing, because the video already 20 minutes, and I ain't even got to the officer's name yet, and that name kind of really solidifies everything. So, well, you can really just tell, like, nah, that's too much of a coincidence. It's too much of a coincidence. So let's look. What was the last number for him? 714, 119, 342. It was all of them. 65. We seen 65 was Mars, the magic square for Mars, and 714 was Gabor, right? Which is basically the Hebrew name for Mars in a sense. All right, so let's go to the cop who murdered him, right? First off, you see his last name is a 33. Off top, you see his last name is a 33. Always a 33. All right. See his name equals 121 and 726. Now when I seen that 726, because I always been good with math, you know what I'm saying? I said, hold on, dude name the guy who was the victim's name is 714. 726, 714. How are they so close? And I said, hold on, 121, 119. How are they so close? That's crazy. So that's when I said, nah, that's just some old shit. So when you do that math, 726 plus 714, you get 1,440, as in 144,000. And then when you add up 119 and 120 and 121, you get the 240, the more. All right. 840, 84 is Enoch. 14 is Osiris. All right. You can drop the zeros. So I'm like, no. That's too many goddamn coincidences. And then when I did their first names, Derek and George equals 600. And then something gonna pop back. Let me see. Let me back up. I'm going too far, getting too far ahead of myself. Let me see, what was that other one though? Like I say, man, I've been looking at these numbers and dealing with this shit for a few days. 121, so they kind of running together to me. 121 was oh yeah, Cancer. Bam. Kill Cancer. What I say, the moon just went into Cancer. So this is a demon associated with Cancer. This is an angel associated with the fourth house, which is ruled by Cancer. This is an angel ruling Saturn. What I say, left hand path. All right. This word here, the Phoenix, or Phoenix. It's not really Phoenix. It's Phoenix. Is this? Can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Oh yeah, 37 spirit. Right? Oh, there goes my son. Be careful. Okay, and now Phoenix is corresponds to, look at that, the first deacon in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. All right. Speaks beautiful things. What? Some uniform. Oh yeah, told Solomon. That's relevant because these other references gonna be to Solomon. So he told Solomon he hope he returns some shit. Blah blah blah. All right. Now remember I told you. Oh no, I ain't gonna go there yet. That's water. I'll go there in a second. I ain't gonna go there yet. Let me get back to Derek. 121. I just showed you all that shit corresponding to 121. 78, I think it was something corresponding to 78. Was it? Okay, 78. You see, 78 is the number of tarot cards. If you know tarot cards, it's also AWAS. The author of AWAS is supposed to be Bobby Hemmick. Talk about AWAS, the deity that Aleister Crowley so-called channeled to get the book of the law. Do as thy will. That's the whole Illuminati Freemason thing. Do as thy will. A palace of love, heavenly man, corresponding to your son. That's Jupiter. An angel of Taurus, Libra, Libra, and of course, right back at it, Mars. Okay, it's always going to be a reference to Mars in this ritual because that is what the focus is. Also, what else I'd say? Corresponding to Mercury. Okay, 78 is an important number. Had to add that in there. That's when I start doing the math. Oh, 58. 58. And, yeah, 58. And what was 57? 57 is his first name, I believe. 57 is his first name by itself, I believe. I don't have that on here. But I believe if you do his name by itself, hold on. And my son coming in here and interrupting me. Oh yeah, so he equal 58. Full, he equal 58, his full name. But whatchamacallit, George by itself equal 57. That was another thing I didn't say. George by himself. Damn, I ain't got it on here. I can show you though. Nah, it ain't gonna be on. It ain't gonna show on there. It's gonna show on here. George by itself equal 57. 57 and 58. 58 is Derek Chauvin, the full name. 57 is George by itself. And you see, 57 by itself corresponds to Pisces, right? Which is a water sign. And Mars is in Pisces as we speak. And my computer went so goddamn ragged. It went so slow. I could show you this shit faster. You see, George by itself equal 57. That's what I need to show you. Just so I can show you these 57. 57 corresponds to Pisces, and Mars is in Pisces. You see what I'm saying? And bino means to build. So essentially, they sit in a particular victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? The whole I can't breathe shit. Now the I can't breathe thing. The brother, KT the arts degree, broke that down. The I can't breathe thing was the let me see. Alright, let me see if it come up in this way. Bam. Alright, so the hieroglyphic symbol for Ka is this, right? The two hands up. And what we doing, walking around saying, I can't breathe with our two hands up, right? Saying it's the I can't breathe. I wonder what the numerology is today. I can't even okay, bam. Somebody bam. Okay? Two hands up. That's the whole I can't breathe thing because of what happened to the brother. Right? Okay. Okay. That's that symbol. What is this? The spirit, you see? The essence. So, this is what the brother KT the Archduke, just how he broke it down. Oh, I'm glad this one came up because I can make that point too. Spirit, right? We got our hands up, in the symbol of our spirit, and we're saying, I can't. So I can't be spiritual. Okay? I'm only physical. I'm only this physical being as a black person. I got my hands up right here, like y'all can see me and some shit. I'm only a physical being, right? And you see what I'm saying? That's the ritual. That's the point. And the reason how this corresponds, because first off, let me just show you that, bam. You see, myrrh. It's a symbol for myrrh, more. All right, that's the pyramid. Is it not? Okay, it's a freaking, okay, anyway. I just wanted to show y'all that. It's beyond religion, people. This is our stuff, and that's why they're using this. They're using it against us because it's ours and we're not dealing with it. But anyway, all right, so Mem. Oh, I ain't got there yet. Hold on, I ain't gonna get there yet. So keep this in mind. Ka is the spirit. I can't breathe, right? That's what that's what people saying because of what happened to the other brother. That was the ritual then. This is they say that he was saying that when he was laying down You know what I'm saying? When the cop had him, he was asking for help and things, and he was like, I can't breathe. So you see what I'm saying? That's the ritual. If this is staged, if you will. Okay? I'm saying if. All right, the dude, the murderer, right? Derek Chauvin equal 58. You see he's Noah, right? See that equals Noah. I remember the other one, 57, corresponds to Pisces, which is a water sign. Remember, understand water represents your emotions. Your emotions, right? It's energy and motion. And what is energy? Energy is everything. Everything is based off energy. So spirit is the energy, the spirit that you breathe. All right. So we understand and we know that air in general is nothing but a vaporized form of water. Okay. So when you say water, you're still talking about spirit. Okay. So when I show you that, okay, just keep that in mind. Let me finish up, my boy. Finish up the, no, it ain't my boy. Fuck this shit. My bad. Finish up this guy. C equal Antichrist, right? I ain't just putting that out there. But 121, we seen what 121 was. It was we seen that with 111. All right, Saturn. Okay, Saturn is what? Satan. His name equals what? 726, which is what? The Antichrist. Huh? Can't make this stuff up. Okay, this is coincidental. It's coincidental as shit. And it's like, no, it's not a coincidence. It was planned like that. That's the conclusions I come to. Or we can say that our God planned it like this. Well, if our God planned it like this, our creator, and it's just a big coincidence that these people's names equal this stuff that happened to correspond to each other like this, then that means it's a sign. That means we need to study this to see what our creator is telling us. Okay, so I did have it. Derek George's name equal 57. My bad. All right, Derek equal 43. I think I got that too because I believe that was significant. But of course, oh yeah, I do. I was say, but of course I don't. All right, bam, 43. Oh, look, bam, Solomon. See? Remember the other number corresponded to Solomon with him, with the Derek guy. Which one was it? Which one was it? Was it 58? No, 58. No, 58 he was Noah. No. Yeah, 58 was Noah. What else? Something else corresponded to Solomon. It was something with George that corresponded to Solomon. Fuck it, y'all can go back in the video and see. One beloved by Solomon. Okay, one beloved by God. So Solomon 43. That's what you do. The dude equals. Okay, so you understand. Let me see. Nothing else too significant for this. It's some other shit in there too. But like I say, if I go into every little aspect of it, I'm gonna be talking for 20 minutes on one. I mean, I'm already at whatever I'm at, and I ain't done. Like, I still got another point to prove. So they names combined. So we seen what Derek. We seen what Derek was. Oh, 258. I think I did 258 too. I think 258 was something too. Yeah. Oh, look at it. Yeah, look at it. 258. All right, hold on. Their names combined was 258. Let me close these ones I ain't using so I don't get confused. All right, I had to refresh. Like this should be getting. I ain't gonna stun. I be getting kind of scatterbrained sometimes. All right, so like I say, Derek by itself on the 6 hill 258. That's it. That's very important because it is their names combined in the Jewish gematria. That's why they do a lot of their little backdoor connections, where it's not necessarily about the energy, more so about the message they're giving to each other. You understand what I'm saying? Those who know. So you see their names together equals the same thing as the officers does. You see what I'm saying? 258, and you see what it is. 258, look, Hiram, the architect of the Temple of Solomon. Hiram Abiff, the Freemasonic mythology is Hiram Abiff, who got hit over the head by the three ruffians, is in a grave in the north. You know, sleep. You know what I'm saying? Until he raised back up. You know, that represents the black man. Okay, the black man is, you know, knocked over the head, being dumb, deaf, and blind, not reading his history because he was dealing with racism like a motherfucker. And then all the elders was getting murdered and things of that nature. Okay, so that's what that's about. Okay, 258. That's what he equals, or is that they combine? No, that's what he equals. That's what he's about. Okay, knocking out Hiram. Hiram is the black man. Look what else it equals. Missouri. It's a different way of spelling Missouri. Missouri. Okay, illuminating, as in Illuminati. But you see that Missouri is a, excuse me, a corrupt form of, well, exaggerated form of more. Because you see what I'm saying? That, man, I ain't gonna break all that down, but you see that's a R, that's an M. I mean, you look at the word. All right. So, okay, goddamn it. So you see how it is. People what 258 equals. Then 43. I showed you 43. I showed you 57. Let me see. We gotta go to 100. Son keep coming in here interrupting me. He hates my shine. All right, so 100, right? Because that is their name, first names combined. When Derek met George, essentially. You understand what I'm saying? When these two people got together, this is what the energy produced. You see, based on their names. If we're studying this from a ritualistic point of view, okay? Look what it equals. Quoth. Quoth corresponds. Well, I'll show you in a minute. And then Kaf, this is the 11th letter. This means hand. Look at this. Look at that. What did he do? He put his knee to his what? Okay? Throat. Right? Upper part or above your palm of hand on what was hidden. Right? What did he do? He had his hand in his pocket. That makes no fucking sense. No fucking sense. But anyway, throat. I mean, come on. Suffering. I mean, come on. You see what I'm saying? All right, so Quoth is the 20th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and it corresponds to Pisces. Look at that. What else was just back? Look at that. The back of the head. Where was his knee at? Come on, man. Pisces. Okay. Told you, Mars is in Pisces. So that's what they doing. That's what they operating on. That's what they programming. Their Mars energy. They're trying to spark a war between the people. And the people really ain't got no reason to be fighting with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Europeans, pale skin Europeans, I don't like either. But I would just prefer they do their thing over there. And most of the ones who don't like us, they would just prefer we do our thing away from them. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think we would be much happier if they was over there doing their thing, we was over here doing our thing, and we met in the middle for business as nations. Real simple, man. Like everybody else do it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? We gotta be fake ass family and shit on some old, we all Americans. Nah, no, we ain't. We ain't the same. It is what it is. So on a 6 scale, their names equal 600. Look at that. Noah's age at the time of the deluge, right? Back, another reference to Noah. Noah, Solomon. It's all referencing temple and water. You understand what I'm saying? Look at that. 600 is Mem. Mem. Okay? This is the 13th letter of the alphabet. It means water. This is Sekhmeth. This corresponds to the 15th letter. This corresponds to Sagittarius. But I ain't really touch on that, but I'm putting it out there for anybody else who want to keep this, take this and do what they want to with it. All right, so 600, right, corresponds to Mem, right? Look at Mem. 3 mothers, this means water. Now, what I say, water is the spirit. Spirit is water. Same thing. The air is condensed form of water, the air we breathe. See what I'm saying? So when they two get together, their names add up. It equals the water, right? And then it signals him to say the I can't breathe, which is meaning shutting down the water, shutting down the spiritual aspects of our nature. This is an attack on your soul. This is not about black versus white. This is some real life evil shit. Like for real. They want people focused on the lie. And they want you to keep reacting off the lie instead of telling you the truth and then letting the people sort it out for themselves with the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So look, it says it's the 23rd path. It's 2 plus 3 is 5. And it's between Gabora and Hold. Hold. What I tell you, the left hand path. Yeah, I done took it off. Is it on this one? The left hand path got Gabora and Hold on it. And see, they're gonna mem right there. See, this is a universal science. The modern ones all use the same Golden Dawn, Freemasonry shit. So you see mem right there in between. So what I tell you, this is what they're programming. Look at that Cancer right here. What I say earlier. That one little demon or what have you that was corresponding to Cancer. Okay, can't make this stuff up. This is what they're doing. Okay, so let's bring it home because I'm pretty sure I'm about done. You see, mem is water. Hold on, 600. You see, mem is water. It tells you for additional correspondence, see water. So come see water, and you're gonna see the name that we seen at the very beginning when we was looking up George. What's my boy George Floyd? And then his name equaled, what was it? I think it was 342, wasn't it? When it's 342. This name, the Corson, right? Demon King of the West. Now remember, we back at water because of the 600 corresponded to mem, which mem is water. Now you come down to mem and you come down to water and who do you see down there? Corson, the Demon King of the West. And look at the scent corresponding to it. Myrrh. And then look at the other number, 58. What was 58? The European guy, the cop, Derek. He was 58. Hold on. He was 58. See? Add it up, he's 58. See? So he corresponded to water through 58. And then George corresponding to water through 342. You see what I'm saying? George saying he can't breathe, right? Which means I can't be spiritual. I am only a physical human being, right? This is based so what they're telling you is you have no recourse in this matter. Your best bet is to plead and beg and hope that these people treat you fairly, i.e., protest, as opposed to, you understand what I'm saying? Looking at what happened with I look how I go full circle. Look what happened with Haiti and fucking Napoleon. Okay? Haiti won with their black magic. We need to start using our black magic around this motherfucker. So I ain't touch on. I didn't say nothing about this, but if you look it up, I ain't gotta look it up. I can just show you. I was just on the shit. He was 46, and the dude is 44. All right, 44 plus 46 is 90, right? That's their ages, right? Look what they equal. Mem, water. Ain't that some shit, right? And then this Tazidi. No, I'm saying that wrong. 18th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. This corresponds to Aquarius, I believe. All right, check that out. And also 90 corresponds to Malak. Satan. Can't make it up. So look at here, 64. If you do it on the simple scale, their names George and Derek equals 64. Look at that. Justice. Then Gabor. Look at that. Mars. And then what? It's the square, it's the number of squares and the magic square of Mercury. Look at this. Danny, fifth name of the Shem HaMarach, right? Corresponds to the second deacon of Aries. Okay? So, what you think? You think all that is coincidence? And they just keep going to Mars, Aries, Mercury, Saturn, water, can't breathe. Come on, man. Mem is the spirit. Their names equal Mem together. The image of you, the image you have in your mind of them together, right, is him killing him. So for you now, the image for the spirit is death. So it's either deal with this physical reality or die. And that's not the truth, because the truth is spirit comes first. We have spiritual power and they know it. But as long as we sitting up here in this bitch walking around, playing protest and dancing and shit, I don't know what the fuck I done seen recently, dancing, like, you can go dance at the house. Like, man. But anyway, none of that shit is gonna do anything except for fall into exactly where they want you. You know what I'm saying? Where they have to strip up all your rights and say you can't do nothing because you can't be trusted. I mean, half of the people out here really, really destroying shit.
Wow, this is nothing but straight facts. A lot of y'all are vocal about the looting, but silent about the murder. Let's go over something. We're gonna call this series White People Rioting for No Reason. Ready? Let's go! Exhibit 1, which is right here, rioting after a surf competition. Exhibit 2, rioting after their football game lost. Exhibit 3, rioting after their baseball team won. Next exhibit, rioting because their hockey team lost. Next exhibit, rioting after their favorite coach lost their job because he ignored child sexual abuse. Another exhibit, rioting because their baseball team won. Wow! So as you can see with this exhibit, this is nothing but facts. White people riot to get haircuts and because their team won or lost. We riot because the police are killing.
So, I'm at a loss for words. This shit is so crazy to me, I think I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm so contrary to the mainstream that I feel like I'm way over here to the point where I done made some shit up in my head. But these are the numbers. You can do this shit for yourself. You can look all this shit up for yourself. I just showed you 2 websites. You can use a fucking app you can use. You do whatever. You can do all this shit for yourself. And you just think this is a coincidence. So if it's a coincidence, then that means then the spirit is trying to talk to us. So what is the spirit telling us? The spirit is telling us that war is coming. All right? That's what it's saying. So what we gonna do? War on all fronts. You understand? We're not talking about no, standing behind some cars shooting at each other. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about spiritual warfare. Okay, this is spiritual warfare. If this is a hoax, this is spiritual warfare. They're attacking your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind programs your life. Numbers are energy, man. They're symbols for energy. Just because we use them to count doesn't mean that that's all that they are. We ain't nothing but number beings. We ain't nothing but energy beings. Numbers quantify energies. So, sooner or later, I'm gonna give me a better computer, and I'm gonna start going live. But until then, it's gonna be some long ass videos because I got a lot of information to talk about, and it ain't nothing I can just show you real quick and just go on about my business because this shit just don't work no more. It's too intricate nowadays, and you gotta hear it all. So there it is. There are the numbers for you for that shit. In my opinion, it's a straight up hoax, man. Like you can put your knee on somebody's back and not choke them to death. You understand what I'm saying? And 2 people who've been knowing each other for 17 years can practice that shit. 2 people that's been bouncers for 17 years or X amount of years or whatever. They know holds, they know strength, restraining moves. They know how to put somebody out without killing them. They know how to choke somebody out without killing them. You understand what I'm saying? So that could easily be a move that you put on. Let me take that back. I ain't gonna say easy nothing. I don't know. But as far as to be contrary, right? For no other reason. Because the news is telling me one thing, and we know these fucking people lie to us.
That's what I saw. I'm just.
And why would you play that shit?
Because I didn't know what it was.
You knew what it was. You did that on purpose. You just destroyed it. You destroyed a peaceful protest. Why did you do that? An innocent man died. He had a family. He had parents.
Represent yourself.
And this man was part about.
And I walked past and I heard he repeating.
And then every fucking actor and rapper is jumping on this to say this and say, every time the masses move one way, you need to be moving the other. All right, that like when they say that, like that's real. So if everybody is saying this is that is the third, you need to be moving and thinking that it's probably not that. And then these numbers tell me that I know it's not that. Period. As far as I'm concerned, that's just me. Y'all do what y'all want to with it. Yeah. Peace and love. Take it easy.